And welcome back to this portion of the Real Estate Radio Hour. Here again, Chris and Andy, and I know you want to see a text.
Yep. Do I need to buy PMI insurance when the interest rates are 3.5% for my mortgage? Well, the answer to that is if you don't have 20% equity, you have to have PMI insurance. But what's really interesting, I was talking to Jennifer Trusso with United Guarantee this week, and that's a mortgage insurance. And Andy, what was neat about that is that you can buy it up front. You can pay it off in one lump sum, or you can do it monthly. But the other thing that I did not know is that the seller can buy that, or you can get a gift for that as well, which is kind of interesting. So when you're qualifying, that's a debt against you. Mm-hmm. So if that's another $100, and you can get that gone, you obviously can qualify for more.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was kind of interesting. So,
well, as long as we got Jeff in here, those of you listening that are out there, my word of the day, I guess, with short sales would be being proactive, or proactive, I guess, being one word. I should. So, Jeff, why don't you talk to us a little about why is it important to be proactive, and what are changes that are happening now that, even if we don't want to go down that road, but we're thinking it might happen, why would I start the process or thinking about it now?
Oh, well, there's some really good reasons, Andy, and one of the most important things is that many of the clients or people I speak to, there's a foreclosure process that's happening simultaneously, and there can be a time. What we've seen is a movement that once there's been a sheriff sale in foreclosure, there's more and more lenders that will not work on a short sale. They will not work with the borrower after the sheriff sale. So I really would urge anyone that is in that situation, they receive a foreclosure sale notice, that they act as soon as possible, because the homeowner actually has the right under state law to postpone that sheriff sale, thereby giving themselves 5 more months to complete a short sale.
That's a good point. I was actually going to say the same thing, because that's a real proactive way as a seller. Even if your spouse or something normally pays the bills and you just realize it's too late now, what are we going to do? That's a great way to get a hold of somebody like yourself, and you could walk them through that process, buying them that time to get that house up for sale and to restore their credit or save their credit. And that's where I'm going to lead into this, because I hear this constantly, and I think it's a big misconception. Short sales are the same as foreclosures. Can you tell us the difference?
Well, I think there's a big difference, and even one of your guests a few weeks ago, one of the mortgage guests, stated that a short sale shows that the borrower did what they could to resolve the debt, and that as where in a foreclosure, the bank has to take back the property, and it could technically look like there's less responsibility being taken by the borrower.
Okay, so that's what they look at, your behavior alongside of your actions.
Yeah, and also your circumstances. I mean, in some cases, it's really beyond the person's control that they're going through foreclosure and so forth. I also want to mention, though, that just if you have already had a sheriff sale in foreclosure, that doesn't mean you can't do a short sale. I mean, there are many of them that we have all worked on after the sheriff sale, but there are more and more lenders that won't do that. So that's the reason to be proactive if you haven't had a sheriff sale yet, in case you have one of those lenders.
And I think when you were talking about being proactive and someone's considering a short sale, get in and talk to you. You know what I mean? Get in and talk to that attorney that will tell you your rights, because there's things, what's your what's the word I'm looking for? When you got to write the letter.
Your opinion? Or
no, not your opinion, but
hardship.
Your hardship.
Oh,
Thank
absolutely.
you. Andy's been really good with words today, by the way. And but
it
your
was the
hardship.
breakfast.
I mean, and knowing that, hey, if the hardship's going to work or not, because you might be going into something, you think that you're going to get through it, but your hardship's not there.
Well, and absolutely, a lot of people I see, what they think they're at least stating what their hardship is really not that convincing to a lender, but they really have true hardships that they could state that are convincing.
That's so true.
All right, we're going to take a break here. We'll come back. I know we're going to be talking with Jennifer again, and among other things, and taking your questions too. 651-989-9226, 651-989-9226. Back with more of the Real Estate Radio Hour here on 830 WCCO.